All right, guys, coming up next, we got a cool video because Jay-Z just dropped his new album and he gave some really good real estate advice. We're going to check it out. Stay tuned. All right, Michael Jacobczak here, and as I said, we're talking about Jay-Z's new album. And I know you're thinking, like, Mike, this is a real estate channel. Why are we talking about Jay-Z's album? Well, specifically, we're talking about a single line in one of Jay-Z's album. Jay-Z, if you don't know, obviously very successful rapper, entertainer, and business owner. Dropped one of his latest albums last week. Basically, he always, if you're not into Jay-Z, he's a very interesting person to follow and also just to listen to his music because he drops a lot of business stuff. Because obviously he's very successful. I think he's worth close to 800 million, if not more. But in his new album, there's a song called The Story of OJ, and he raps a line where he says he wished he could take it back to the beginning. He could have bought a place in Dumbo for around 2 million. That same place today is worth 25 million. Ask him how he's feeling, Dumbo. So it's a really fun line. There's obviously some play on words there. But what he's talking about is Dumbo, for those who don't know, is a neighborhood in New York. It's one of the most expensive areas now, today. Basically he's saying, back when he was up and coming, he could have bought obviously in this area and just sat on it and it'd be worth 25 million today. The cool thing about this is we can relate this to, obviously it'd be great to buy anywhere that in 20 years, if it jumped up that much. But what we want to talk about is, understanding that, up and coming areas. The worst thing is when you are from an area, although you're seeing change, because it's happening right in front of your eyes, you don't really see the magnitude it can be because you're kind of blinded by just being there every day. Yeah, for those who basically are looking to get into a market or find areas that, to them are a safe spot to put your money. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to speculating, you're never going to know the end result of what it's going to be in terms of final dollar amount, but what you can do is hedge yourself to make sure that your money's been put into an area that has a better chance of going up versus other areas. So, when I do a lot of my investing, to me, the biggest change for areas is obviously when the city's putting money into it. Follow the city's plan and what's being approved and all that. And also transportation. The biggest jump, in my opinion, is transportation. When they're putting, changing, adding subway lines and expanding areas for that reason, it drives traffic, which makes it more appealing. Now, to me, this is very important to, obviously, you always want to, the sooner you get into an area, the better, right? But you don't want to be a pioneer because a lot of times stuff will get kiboshed by whatever reason that it's not going to benefit you if you already bought in. So depending on your risk tolerance and how long you can sit on something, you want to jump into something. In my opinion, I like jumping on stuff. Once stuff's approved, you get in. So when you're from an area and you see obviously a lot of development going on and developers are coming in, obviously that's a good indication that there's something going on. So if you're following your city plan and all that, to me is very important on the bigger scale. And that's when you can catch, those areas like Dumbo that are all of a sudden, going to continue to jump up in price. And you can get in there fairly, sooner than most people. Because once it starts advertising on newspapers and news channels and all that, it's already too late. Prices have already jumped up, and now everyone wants to buy. But if you bought in right before that, now that's when you see the biggest gain, right? So, Jay-Z's lyrics are very, obviously, like I said, it's great to buy into something and, go from 2 million to 25 million. But sometimes you'll hit those home runs, and sometimes, as long as you're, in my opinion, making money, and it's a safe spot to put your money, that is what you gotta, try to do when it comes down to investing and buying and holding. And some people do it on just the land scale, right? Buying land and hoping for that. That to me is a longer term play. On the same time, more money needed, and you're literally, unless you're renting out your land or farming it, there's virtually no cash flow in that, so, or just no income coming in. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little thing. Make sure you check out Jay-Z's album. It's a great piece of work. Like I said, Story of OJ. That's where that one line's from. It's fun. Hope you like this video. Like, comment, share, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys.